welcome to Off the Clock, where the takes get real and the filters come off. We talk about what everybody's thinking, but what nobody's saying. I'm Path here with D White. Good, D White.
Good, bro.
My boy looking tired tonight. He just worked for 16 hours.
Right. Them kids, yeah, all day.
How the kids doing? Everything going good?
Well, they're doing good. Fun day in the sun, you know.
Yeah, I don't got mine right now, so we've been chilling.
Is he vacationing with the grandparents?
He is. And it's been glorious. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been glorious. It has been absolutely glorious.
Well, shoot, what you got tonight?
All right, so look, first we're gonna go into this OKC and Phoenix game. Crazy game, right?
Yeah.
OKC beats Phoenix 121-109. Not that bad for Phoenix, actually. I thought that they would lose by a lot more. So they've been actually making it a good series.
Yeah.
SGA went crazy, 15 for 18, 11 for 12 from the free throw line, 42 points.
Yeah.
Diabolical work.
Boy went crazy. And they got to the free throw line less than the Suns. So this game was one of them games where it was like they were really they were scoring inside. I think they outscored him by like 20 points inside, which is pretty much the difference of the game. So it was like you said, the Suns are doing their best, giving their best to slow the Thunder down, try not to foul and try and keep them off the line. I figure if we only send SGA to the line, you know what I'm saying, we're not fouling everybody else, because at this point you got to accept he's going to get the calls that he's getting. But he had a phenomenal game, very efficient. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm kind of surprised. I thought the Suns were gonna get, dog walked, so
Went to the line a few times, looks like 6 times, 11 for 12. But Dylan Brooks went 7 for 7.
yeah.
Like you said, the Suns shot 23 and the Thunder shot 21. So it's not like they had a crazy lopsided. I think it's just SGA always gets those free throws.
It's kind of reminiscent of when Harden was doing the little pull up when he was driving, like he figured out a hack on where to get a foul. I feel like SGA is really good with that, with his body, his lean, and his step back and everything. And
that ain't why Phoenix is losing though.
No. I don't think it's why they're losing. Like I said, they outscored them 20 times in the paint. The previous games, that was kind of what the notion you were seeing, like on social media. Everyone was talking about the free throw difference and the certain foul calls. But this game, OKC kind of really showed, like, we don't need to, abuse the free throw line to beat you. They're scoring inside, getting high percentage shots. And they didn't necessarily go crazy from the three-point line either, which I always love to see, especially in today's age where a team could shoot 53s, close to 63s.
Yeah, and OKC has a deep bench, bro.
Oh,
their bench goes crazy. Like that's the difference in almost all of their games is the production they get off the bench. It has nothing to do with free throws. It has to do with they just have a better all around team than 99% of the teams in the NBA.
Their momentum flows for longer with that second team.
And SGA comes in and drops 30, 40 a game. That always helps.
It'll never not help.
You're not beating OKC with SGA dropping 42 on you. It just ain't gonna happen.
No, when SGA is going, everybody else's energy is up. You know what I'm saying? They're playing lively basketball, and then you got some defenders on that team, and Caruso and Williams that keep the energy up on the other side of the floor. So I think they're a team that they want SGA to get in the zone.
Yeah,
they want him to, because everybody feeds off that.
He has to get in his zone for them to really eat, right?
Yeah.
Like the game goes through him. Like they definitely have a rhythm that they get into, but SGA has to do what he has to do, or else they're not going to be as effective, right? He's the focal point of that team being effective, because none of the other guys are big scorers on that team.
No, he's got a motor.
Yeah,
but keep going.
They are consistent in the sense that even their backups, they're going to come off the bench, and everybody on that team is scoring. Like they don't. A lot of teams have players that just are there. Everybody plays for OKC. Yeah. Everybody comes in and touches the ball and shoots the ball and scores, even if it's 2 points. It adds up as the season goes along. They got a lot of guys that are fresh. They don't deal with a lot of injuries, right? Well, up until this point. So I think for them, it's just about par for the course.
They keep everybody in rhythm. Like you said, everyone's getting a touch of the ball. Everyone's getting an opportunity to shoot. They're trying to get the ball in everybody's hands, kind of in their spots. A lot of other teams, players talk about it all the time. Like they don't like corner threes, but they'll put them as the corner three guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not their spot. I feel like they do a really good job of making sure that guys are comfortable getting the shots that they're comfortable with. So yeah, no, that they're gonna clearly roll this series and I mean, good effort by the Suns. I'm curious to see what they do in the offseason, but I think this was a good kind of just simple series for OKC to kind of just continue their rhythm, get some games in under their belt, you know what I'm saying? So
I think the Suns have done a good job though, especially for how much better the Oklahoma City team is as a whole. I think the Suns have done a good job. I think there's a couple games that they kind of let down on the pressure a little bit. Like this last game, I felt like they could have had a chance to win, and they kind of let it get away from them in the second half. Yeah. But OKC is just they're dominant, so it's really hard to keep up with them. And when you send SGA to the line that many times, I mean it's going to get even harder for you, right? You're not going to be able to win sending him to the line that much, and the refs are calling for him. I mean, in not Dylan Brooks, Devin Booker's defense, they do give him some of those calls, but he is the guy right now. Yeah, we've seen everybody get those calls.
We've talked about it before. He attacks the cup a lot, so he's gonna get those calls. He's one of their guys that has his ball or the ball in his hands, So, and I mean, the Suns, to their credit, I don't think anybody thought that they'd be in the playoffs, especially after losing Kevin Durant, and they didn't even go when they had Kevin. So it's just like
they're playing better than the Rockets.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
I think they'd be competitive versus anybody else.
It's not good to lose, but it's like a good thing to see. Like, okay, especially for like you said, your bench players that are going up against a team that's been together, they're well seasoned, they got experience, and you're like, you're playing how you're playing. Going into next year, going into the off season, it allows them to kind of see where what they have to kind of feel, what they need. And I think they're going to make some proper moves for sure.
Their bench is abysmal. 3 points, 0 point, 0 point, 0 point, 2.7. I mean, the majority of their bench didn't do anything.
Yeah. They can get there, but they need to actually move forward in the playoffs and compete. They need to fill that bench.
And Royce O'Neal, it says he played 22 minutes. He got 3 points.
Yeah, you can't have that. Not in the playoffs.
So, I mean, you're. That's why they're losing. I actually am kind of interested to see what's looking like it's going to be OKC and the Lakers this next series. I'm kind of interested because the Lakers been playing good, man, and OKC feel a little dialed back. Like I was seeing 140s and 150s there, and the Suns, man, they've been holding them back. So we'll see what they can do.
I think they're playing down to the competition.
Think so?
I think so. I think it's one of them things where it's just like, I don't know, like you don't try to play down to the competition, but at the same time, like you're not trying to get yourself, like you play a bad team and you get so comfortable doing stuff that you were going to be telling guys, hey, because you're looking at who you got ahead. They probably think and know the Lakers are going to win. So part of when they're going out there's certain things that they're like, look, even though we probably could do it this series, let's win without doing that because we're not going to be able to play like that when we see these other teams. They're in a championship mentality. They're just trying to win games.
They're trying to stroll through it.
Yeah.
I mean, they doing their thing though.
They are for sure
doing their thing. I ain't mad at them. I don't know if anybody gonna be able to. I don't know if anybody gonna be able to beat OKC, man. It's just the way that they're able to score. It's unreal. And I haven't seen a lot of games where I felt like, oh, they're gonna lose this game.
So they've been pretty dominant.
They've been dominant all year, right? They've only lost a few games, and it's like it's a long NBA season. You're gonna lose a couple games, but they just, I don't know, bro. In a series, it's gonna be hard to beat them 4 times.
When they have, especially when they have their whole team, like if they're a full squad, it's gonna be tough to beat.
But we have seen it before.
Yeah,
you never know.
Well, and that's
It's like
I
that one
mean,
year Toronto played Golden State. You never know what can happen, bro.
who do you think in the West is? I mean, the Lakers if they get fullback healthy,
and the Wolves.
And the Wolves if they can get past the Nuggets.
I think the Wolves are going to get past the Nuggets. I think they're in their head now. I think they we'll talk about that later, but I think the Wolves take that one.
We'll see. We'll see.
If they go up 3-1, it's over.
This game is the important game for them.
Yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Speaking of LA, we're gonna dive right off in. Let's see here.
So this game was a game to watch.
Yeah, this one was different.
You get Bronny highlights, you get LeBron highlights, you get LeBron clutch moments, you get, everybody on the Lakers was lively. Rui, he had a good half. Marcus Smart is really coming into his role for the team. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Luke didn't have the best game, but he it is what it is. Like, you guys have a team where everybody can eat. You know what I'm saying? So, I think they're listening to LeBron. You guys are playing. You're not forcing it. You're playing. You're letting the game come to yourself. DeAndre Ayton, I will say this is even though he's not being like what you want on offense, he's being solid for them on defense. He's doing, you get a chance to hear in some of the huddles when you're watching the game, LeBron talking to him and telling him, help him coach him how to guard guys, and he's going out there and he's giving his all to try and just be a defensive presence. The Rockets, I mean, I think it's kind of a tough situation to be in when you have a young team. Your three veteran players that you have, and Adams, Fred, and KD are out, and you got your starters playing 40. Each starter played 44 plus minutes. You get a young, tired team, and I mean, LeBron and the Lakers they saw it. They knew that they could wear him down, and I mean, the Rockets were really fighting. There was some turnovers. LeBron had turned that ball over at the end. You get kind of a little nervous, and then he hits it to go to OT after the turnover, and then from there, I think you guys kind of knew you had it. You kind of you seen that they were tired. They didn't want it to go into overtime. They really they thought they were going to win the game. They were happy, you know what I'm saying? And then it got snatched like, oh, we still got to play. And once Braun and them seen that, it was like he was locked in. He was dialed in like, let's go. That last shot, that shot he hit, though, I did not think he was going to hit that. And I honestly, when he pump faked it, I did not think it was going to look so smooth. Like, I thought it was going to be like a bank shot or something. He really cashed that mug.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I feel like the Rockets lost this game more than we won it. They should have won this game. Like, and I say that just because I like just watching it. Like, of course, we obviously came out on top, but there was some huge mistakes that were made at the end of the game. The game never should have went into overtime. I forget what his name was. Sorry, but he went into the backcourt and LeBron still pops the ball out from behind him. Like, what are you doing right there? Right? You stop and take the foul. You hold the ball and take the foul if you got to. The game's over. They have to foul you. But you're dribbling the ball against LeBron, and we all know LeBron can play defense. He might be older, but he's gonna you should know in your head. You have been watching him your whole life. Like, you should know in your head he's gonna make the high IQ play. If he sees you dribbling the ball, he's gonna steal it from you, or he's gonna go for the steal. He's not gonna foul you if he sees you don't know what you're doing.
And you're not paying attention.
That's what you saw at the end of that game, right? LeBron seeing an opportunity and saying, "Hey, this kid he can't handle the moment that he's in, because if he could, he would have done this." He's trying to run around and let LeBron chase him. Like, no, that's the wrong play. Pass the ball or hold on to it. Stop moving. Let him foul you. He has to foul you. The clock is going to run out. It was simple. It was over. The game was over.
It's fatigue. You get inexperienced young players in the playoff position, who think they're like, we got the game won, and
the game was won.
The game's won, but they're tired. Fatigue is more than just physical. When you get tired,
smart fouls, game's over.
That's what I'm saying. And LeBron, I'm telling you, he's seen it. it was like a switch. He was like, "Oh yeah, they're tired." Because LeBron has been in a million of these situations. He's telling the Lakers like, "Come on, like just." He's keeping them at bay. Calm down. We got this. They don't have that. They're over there. Like if LeBron wasn't on the sideline, and it was the end of this game, you guys wouldn't have won. Because like you're saying, like even though he's older and he's tired, he knows I can deal with that after the game.
And
I have to
LeBron
stay
was
locked
tired.
in. I got it. He's locked in.
They
He's
took the
focused.
lead because he was tired. There was a play with Sengun where he goes up for a layup, doesn't get a foul call. They get the ball and take it back down court, and he's walking down the court.
Yeah,
right. He was gassed. He was tired. They had a huge opportunity because 2-1 is way different than 3-0. Right? If you're 2-1, they might say, all right, we'll bring KD back. 3-0, I doubt it.
yeah.
I doubt KD plays the next game.
I think
there's just no reason for him to play.
Yeah, like, especially if they're gonna want him next year.
Yeah,
there's no reason to like.
He doesn't want to play with these like, and that sounds bad when I say it like that. I should say, KD wants to play a certain way, right? Like when you see KD, and we saw him in OKC. What was the reason he left OKC? Because they're playing selfish, non-team basketball. When we saw him thrive in OKC, team basketball. Right? They're passing the ball. KD is he's got a little bit more of shooter and scorer in him than LeBron does, but they're similar in the sense that KD will make the right pass. If he sees somebody's more open or has the better shot, he will pass the ball.
Yeah.
And so for him, it's like, I think he's expecting the same thing from these young players, and he's getting frustrated because that's not happening, right? They're shooting bad shots. And that's what young players do.
Yeah.
Right. He's on a team of young players. And I think he's at that point in his career where he's kind of like, look, it's either I can win now or I'm not going to win.
I don't have time to coach you up, you know?
And so that's the thing is like, he's got to figure out a happy medium. Does he want to stay with his team and help them build? Because that's kind of what LeBron's had to do with the Lakers, right? Like, I mean, he pretty much had to stay on this team and rebuild it. I mean, they got Luka or whatever, but the majority of their success is coming from the pieces that have been organically brought in.
He better take a pay
that's
cut
what he
and
needs to do.
Go play with Wemby.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if him and Wemby can play together.
I think KD could play. This is my thing is with the right team, I think KD could play with anybody because KD also doesn't necessarily need the ball in his hands. No. Especially at like this time in his career, he's not.
I think he'd rather not have the ball in his hands,
and that's what I'm saying. So KD needs. LeBron is a point forward, so he can get away with like running point and them finding and him like helping somebody get into that. KD needs a point guard or somebody, whoever has the ball in their hands, that is a leader, is experienced, has some playoff. Like he needs all that in his guard because he doesn't have the patience to do. And that's why I think the Rockets are struggling because. Regardless of what you think about Fred, like he has the experience, he has the playoff experience. You know what I'm saying? He has the finals experience. He has the experience with, and he can't. But exactly, so like he can't stay healthy. He's not there. He's not on the floor. He's not. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes being on the sideline with young guys, it only does so much. Sometimes you need to be in the game with them to make those corrections in the moment before waiting to get to the huddle or you're yelling stuff. They can't always hear what you're saying. So, the Lakers. Now that they won this game, I don't see a reason to bring anybody back for this series. Just let them wait and come back your next series so you guys are fully rested and ready to go.
I think they should bring Austin Reeves back.
Why?
I think they let him come in and knock the rust off.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him come in and drop 30. Let's see what he can do, right? Let's see if he's healthy. Right, that it's good for the mental. Luka, not so much. I think Luka's more, he more mentally like he's been through this before. Austin Reeves, we ain't really seen him leave for an extended period and then come back and be elite. Yeah. Especially not in the playoffs. I think it'll be nothing for Luka. Yeah. Luka's a natural scorer, right? Luka's gonna come in and he's gonna shoot the ball. You know, Luka's not the most efficient scorer, anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like the way that he scores, it's like he's going to go 10 for 25 anyways.
Try and get to the line.
It doesn't matter if he comes back off an injury or not. He's going to jack up 30 shots a game regardless. And so what all we need from him is just a little bit of consistency, and he'll be fine. But Austin Reeves, I don't know, because Austin Reeves is streaky. Like sometimes he's putting up 20, 30, and then sometimes he scores 10. And he doesn't play good against good teams. He's one of those guys. He's like, he plays really good against bad teams, and then against really good teams with good defenders, he doesn't have the same kind of game.
I think he needs to get stronger, personally.
Yeah.
I feel like when certain teams are physical with him, he struggles. And I think part of that is because like Austin Reeves is not just a shooter. I don't think so. He can attack the basketball. But when you get size down there, you get guys that can bump and hold their ground. It gets a little tougher because it's different strength. You know what I mean? The NBA strength is like you're hitting a wall. So I also think part of that will help maybe with his injuries, him getting a little bit stronger. But I don't know, like Austin to me, like I said, for you guys, the biggest thing for me is defense. Now, without Luka and Reeves on the floor for extended minutes, you guys have other guys who can defend, and you guys have been defending. So now, how when they are taking up these minutes for what they do on offense, how is that going to affect you guys' team defense when you're playing teams that are deeper and can put the ball in the basket better? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's how I'm, because like that's where I would want him if he was to get in. If he was to get in, um, to that's the reason why I would want him to get some defensive reps in the game and get his game defense legs kind of get him going, especially because his injury. You don't want him sliding them puppies, turning, trying to beat somebody to the spot, and he gets hurt on defense or something like that. So, but I really think if Luka comes back, it's gonna be tough for teams to beat you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you guys' help defense is pretty solid, bro. And that makes up for when you have guys like Austin and Luka in. It's just a matter of having two of them in. But if you guys' help defense can stay solid, and if DeAndre Ayton can hold down the paint, and guys like Rui and what's his name, Hayes, if they can be really solid down low and just protect the paint and force guys to have, I would want teams to have to beat you by the three. You know what I mean?
Oh no, for sure.
Make it to where they don't want to come down low, because they gonna get past Reeves. But if they don't want to come down low and we gotta make them beat us with jump shots, that's what I feel like you guys' game plan should be on defense, at least. Depending
Yeah,
on who you play though. You play OKC.
I think that's kind of the game. That's going to have to be the game plan against the OKC for sure, because we're going to have to double SGA.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're gonna have to try to keep him down below. We got to defend against him in a way that Luka can try to outscore him. And like, if Luka can outscore him, then I think we'll be okay. I think we'll take 2 games versus them. I don't know if we can win the series though. I don't think we can.
I think you guys are going to throw different bodies at him, because you got like a pest in Marcus Smart, and then you got you get him. His pick and roll is going to be different. If you guys can guard the pick and roll for him, that's going to be you guys' biggest struggle, because they're going to run him off a ton of screens. They're going to keep running him off them screens, trying to let him come downhill off them screens.
Aiton's going to have to step up too and do something with Chet Holmgren, which I don't know if he can do. I mean, if he can keep him modest, 10 points and below.
It just depends, because like whichever one is a better, because you got Hayes and Aiden. Rui can guard on the perimeter. So like getting Rui's physical enough to where like if he gets switched out on the perimeter on Chet, it's cool. But what I'm worried about is down low, starting to foul him. Can they play against Chet without fouling him and allowing him to get to the line? Because that's something where it's like SGA is going to eat. But if we start getting bigs in foul trouble, and then Chet's starting to get rebounds, and now he's got 15 and 10, you know what I'm saying? And he gets his groove, his momentum, that's where it starts to get dangerous. They start getting defensive rebounds. You guys got to limit second chance opportunities for them. So all your bigs really got to be locked in to really just board snatching.
And everybody can rebound on OKC. That's another thing that's underrated that people don't talk about. All their players have good rebounding. All of them. They all rebound the ball. Chet doesn't have nothing crazy. I think tonight he had 7 rebounds. There was a lot of players with 6 rebounds, 5 rebounds, all the way up and down the list. Like, it's just total. They're like the Spurs, bro. Like, they remind me of the Spurs back in the day, except they just have a better first option as a scoring option. Like, Tim Duncan could score, but he wasn't going to put up 42 a night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? SGA, that team is built like the Spurs, except SGA can go out there and drop 40 on your head at any given second of the day.
Yeah.
But that team is well-oiled machine. Like, everybody works together. They're not arguing about who gets the ball, who's not playing defense. It's like, no, we mess up, we're going to go out here and fix it. They'll be down, and then they'll show resilience and come back. And that's if they're down. Most of the time, they're so far ahead, they're not even thinking about who they're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's most of the games I've seen with them, they're not even at risk of losing the game at any point of the game. There's not a lot of teams that can say that and be like, okay, well, the last 20 games we played, we were never losing the game at any point.
Yeah.
Like, so it's a little worry. I'm a little worried as a Lakers fan, like, oh, okay, we got to play these guys. We got to win 4 games. We just had to win 1 game, maybe. But, like, winning 4 games, I don't know, bro. I don't know if we're consistent enough. If we get our best 2 scorers back and the rest of the team continues to play like they have been playing, then we'll have a chance.
But see, what's going to happen when you guys get your best 2 scorers? You guys have been shooting efficiently, and you guys have been taking less shots than the Rockets and shooting efficiently. What's going to happen is, like you said, Luka is going to come back. He's going to jack up shots. Austin Reeves, they need shooters shoot. They're going to need to shoot to find their rhythm. You know what I'm saying? And so that's going to take you guys' efficiency down a little bit unless they're scoring. So now with them shooting, now it becomes a battle of rebounds, because are we going to be able to get offensive rebounds and limit their defensive rebounds? Because if OKC gets second chance opportunities, we know they're not wasting opportunities to score. And like you said, everybody rebounds, which means whoever rebounds, when they get that ball, they're a threat, because everybody also can score, as we talked about. So like that's that. If you guys win that series, I think you're to the finals for sure, because they're the most well-rounded thing, and well-rounded and consistent. Like my Celtics, we're well-rounded, but we're not consistent. There's a few pieces that aren't consistent. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, if you guys beat them or can take them to like 5 games, you're see what you guys can do next year. It looks very bright. If you guys can beat them, I think you're to the finals.
I think it's just I think Luka and LeBron need to have a conversation, and LeBron needs to be like, look, you need to let me facilitate out here.
But what's going to be dangerous, bro? But what's going to be dangerous is, we talked about all that, which you guys got to think about and worry about. But what they got to worry about too is, even though their team is deep, now you got to worry about Braun being back at the 3rd option, which means he's about to be running more with the second team. You know what I'm saying? And so now the second team, you get some of these guys who were getting those minutes, and we're playing with LeBron right now and look good with him right now. He's still about to be
real. That's where I would slap Austin Reeves.
Second team.
If I'm JJ, I'm looking at what I've seen right now, which is better basketball than we've played, even before Luka and them left. Right? We're playing better right now than we've played all year. So I'm saying, hey, let me keep some of these accents from what's going on right now and try to make an addition to what we have already established throughout the playoffs. Because right now, all of these guys are feeding off each other. And it could just be like, like they have one of those second win type deals, because they're like, okay, if we get to this point, all we got to do is get to this point, and then we have a chance. And I think they really, truly believe that. When I see the Lakers, I see a team that believes if Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic come back, they can win a championship.
Yeah.
Now, they could be delusional, which you got to be sometimes in sports, but I feel like they believe that, and it's showing in the way that they play, right? Like, they're playing good basketball.
I think JJ and LeBron are telling them that. They're like, if we get through this, and they're telling them like, look, this is how. If we can play like this, because like I told you, Luka and Austin, let's say they start, right? You get
Yeah,
two of those guys are going to the second team that have already this whole series been accustomed to playing with LeBron and how he runs. So now you get a situation where he's on the minutes, but now LeBron is your secret weapon. He's the middleman. He's the glue. He's playing with the first and the second. He's like, okay, JJ's like, when we need a reel in the first team, let's get LeBron in. Let's get these guys calmed down. But I can put you with this second team because you guys have a style of play that's working for us that can keep our momentum from like dipping, so that when their other second team comes in, they start to take separate, because that's what OKC does. That second team comes in, they start to separate a little bit, and people overlook that. Even if it's if they outscore by 7 or 10 points, they extend that lead. Then when that first team comes in, they're blowing that out the water, and they've blown out a lot of teams this year doing that. You said they're scoring these high scoring games. LeBron's going to be your Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean? He's especially because from a matchup standpoint, you get to some of these other teams, yeah, they can match your energy. You guys beat OKC and then get say you get Minnesota. Say Minnesota beats the Spurs or whatever. You get Minnesota. While Minnesota's a good team, they're not as deep as OKC.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. They're not doing the same. I mean, but Minnesota's young. That's their advantage. Just like how OKC is, they're young. They're not worried about all of the hoorah and all that. They just want to win. That's all they care about is winning. So,
Oh,
all right. Well, we ain't gonna talk all night about the Lakers. I know you want to talk about your team. we we gonna talk about them boys down in Boston.
yeah,
What they
you
doing?
had a lot to say before that game. You was calling me during the game like, "Oh, your boy's about to choke. Your boy's about to lose."
No, I did, and I ain't gonna lie. You guys showed me something that I didn't expect, and that was some resilience. You saw, because in the past, I think you guys have had moments where you would start to fracture a little bit like that, and then you would spiral out of control, and you would wind up losing games that you shouldn't have lost. And I think,
Facts.
I think this year we're seeing that that's not the case. I think that you're seeing, okay, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum are like, no, we're them guys. We got the ring. You guys want to be like us, right? We're gonna show you guys what it really is in the fourth quarter. Like, yeah, you guys hit a couple of threes, hit some more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a big thing I saw, especially at the end of that game. They really showed up and did what they were supposed to do at the end of that game. They
Make them
made,
really beat you. Make
yeah,
them
they
really have to show. Like,
and they started to drive the basketball. They took the basketball to the cup at the end of the game. Jason Tatum was like, okay, you guys hit a three, so what? We're gonna come right back down here and score again, fast, every
yeah,
time. Like, there's you guys can't stop us. Like, yeah, there might be moments where we can't stop you, but you guys can't stop us at all. We're
yeah.
gonna do what we want, right? Good luck.
Well, and what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when it's a game of inches and we're both hot? It's
Yeah,
one thing when the team is hot and like certain like when we have everybody we need in the fourth quarter and it's just who's gonna make it. Like, are you? Because think about it. I got to give props to the 76ers because we only won by 8. It was a good game. They made it a good game. But for the 76ers, we won the game, but kind of similar to what you said with the Lakers. I feel like they kind of gave it to us. They they need somebody else to get 20 plus. Like Maxi's gonna eat. He's proven that every night, night in, night out, he
hmm
can get you 20 plus.
Oh, I think
VJ
he's solidified himself against this series with you guys. I
VJ
think if
is
there
a
was any question about who he was, that's gone now.
That's done. It's dead. VJ is a
Yeah,
great. He's a great rookie, and he has an amazing ceiling for what we've seen right now and potential. But he's still finding his rhythm. So when he doesn't score 20 and he has a bad shooting night, who else is going to score 20? This goes back to what we talked about the other night. They need Embiid. Embiid is their only other guy that he goes out there and you know he's going to get 20. When he doesn't score 20, it's shocking. When Tyrese Maxey doesn't score 20, you're looking like, oh, who's guarding him? but we see these other guys not scoring 20. Like, it's gotten to the point where we look at Paul George and we expect like 15, 17. You know what I mean? Like, if Paul George has 23 points, we're like, oh my goodness, like PG had a good game.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a problem. The other thing too is what I was really, really proud of for my Celtics is we won the paint battle. We just talked about that with their last game they lost, and they turned that around and they were scoring in the paint. I will say we need to limit turnovers. I feel like if we limited turnovers, this game would have been closer to a 20-point game. We had 17 turnovers, and
Crazy.
we allow teams to score off those turnovers, and that hurts us when we have big leads and we turn the ball over. So that would be my thing. Is I kind of want to see less of that moving forward because these teams are only going to get better. And we live and die by the three, but this game, it was okay. Like, it wasn't too crazy. I still would like to see some better shot selection from the three if we're gonna shoot threes. Like, let's at least make
Derek
sure
White.
that's he's the next bulletin.
Derek White, you got to stop shooting, bro. Bro's been 1 for 8 from 3 the last couple games, which is nasty work.
My thing is, he shoots great from the line. And this is what I wrote down. Now I'm looking at you, Derek White. We got the same name. All right, D White. I'm telling you, bro. You have to get to the line. You're shooting threes. You're not hitting. Sorry. Get to the charity stripe. Get your rhythm. See it go in the net a few times. Get some contact. I know NBA players know this, but this is something I don't understand about the NBA. If you get to the line, that means somebody fouled you. If somebody fouled you, they have to guard you different. So if you're struggling, guys are contesting your threes, you can't really get open. Your cuts are kind of they're shadowing your cuts, you can't. Help side's good. You drawing some fouls on the help side defense, capitalizing on when they rotate late. You start letting them play up tight on you. They're contesting you because they know you want to shoot. Make them have to guard you tight, take them to the cup. Some of these guys, they're going to sit out. Get them 2 quick fouls. I feel like as a team, we're not good at that. Teams like OKC, or players like LeBron, they're very good at attack. What did Jaden McDaniels just say? Go right at them. It's something we
Yeah.
learned growing up. Like, go right at them. I feel like we're not that team anymore, and I can tell you we've seen a lot less posters. Derek White used to poster fools. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they still dunk the basketball, but they're not attacking the cup with that ant mentality. Like, I dare you to get up under there. I dare
And
you
they
to get.
should be.
And they're not scary when they put the ball on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I feel like keeps their games close. They rely too much on that three. I'm kind of nervous because, like we talked about, if they had Embiid, it would be a tougher series. So, who would we have next? I think it was the Cavs.
I think so, yeah.
I'm worried because Mobley and Jared Allen. You know what I'm saying?
I think Derek White plays better though. I think Derek White's playing like this because of some of he's having to guard Maxey. So we got to keep that in mind too. Like, he's chasing Maxey around all game, and I think typically that's not who he would be chasing around.
But we've had to do that all year, though. He's had to do that all year, and he's been playing better on offense all year. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't want to make excuses for him. I'm just saying he has been having to, been having to chase him around.
He is one of their better two-way players. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got,
But 3 for 12 and 1 for 8 from 3, you ain't gonna beat the Cavs doing that. They're gonna need him to score. See, right now, and I said this to you last night. If they hadn't beat you guys, would be in trouble.
We would be in trouble
because Embiid wouldn't have these moments where they're just everybody's looking at Maxey like, hey, I need you to score, I need you to score, I need you to score. No, Embiid he's gonna score his 20.
Exactly.
And so when these guys come back, it would offset, and I think the rest of their players are better than your guys. Like Jason, like right now, they don't have an answer for Jason Tatum. Right? Jaylen Brown's gonna get his numbers, but Jason Tatum's putting up numbers too. He scored 25 last night.
Yep.
And they don't have another guy that can do that. In the one game that they did have another guy score like that, you guys lost to him.
They beat us.
Yep. When you guys go up against James and Devin, It's gonna be a long series for you guys.
We can't shoot threes and only score 100, 110 points. If we're shooting threes, we need to be 120, 130 to be winning comfortably. Because if what that means is if we're shooting predominantly threes and we're only scoring 100, we're not being efficient.
No,
So that's
no.
just. But we'll see. The Celtics, luckily, um, we are playing a team that doesn't have Embiid, so hopefully, moving forward, will be good. And then also, I'm not gonna lie, like they have some good defenders. They got guys like Paul George, Oubre, Edgecombe, Maxi's not bad on defense. So when it comes to like the guard defending the guards, that's also what they're going up against. You know what I'm saying? So when we go to the Cavs, I don't think defensively from the guard standpoint, the Cavs are as good as the 76ers, but they have a better big front defensively. And so like James is a liability on defense moving forward. So it's like I'm not worried about guys like you said, JT and JB, they don't get their grits. A guy like Derek White, he needs to recognize and be like, you need to be that guy that's getting hit on the cuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're picking and popping. You know what I'm saying? You're setting screens and getting open.
because the Cavs have been doing, that little tandem. I mean, I'm gonna be real. You guys do got the best player on your team in James Harden, right? Because James Harden always plays for the other team in the playoffs. He never plays for the team he actually suits up with. So I think you I think you guys got that going for you at least, because we all know when it really comes down to it, James Harden's going to score 10 points.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. I mean, I would be astonished if he played a good series against you guys when it really matters. I think Mitchell is going to go crazy on you guys, though. I think he scores.
I think James he's gonna be passing. I think he's gonna be distributed. I really think so. I think they're gonna let
That's
Mitchell.
smart.
They're gonna let Mitchell attack, and I think our bigs are gonna get in trouble
Because
with
if
him
it comes to
attacking.
him having to score, I mean, it's going to be and they just lost to the Raptors last night.
Yeah,
like they didn't have a crazy game either. But yeah, I think that you guys, if you guys do have to play them either way, either the Cavs or the Raptors, it's going to be a tough series for you guys, especially if Derek White keeps playing how he's playing right now. If Derek White, you said what? You got faith?
I got faith. I think he's going.
Yeah, I think he'll turn it around too. Like I said, I think it's the Maxi. I think it's the matchup, right? He's having a tough time. He's having to play defense, and you get worn out. Everybody isn't a two-way player.
I think it's both of them too, because Maxi and VJ, like you're putting Derek because he's quick laterally. You know what I'm saying? But they got motors. They're running. They're running. So yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, but we gonna see. The Celtics, we won our game. We up. We up 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Lakers up what? You guys were up 3-0. And then who else are we talking about? The OKC's up 3-0.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But like you said, if they come out and VJ and Tyrese have a good game, it is tough for us. And if they had him beat, I agree. I think it would be a hard thing. We got to kind of figure out kind of just our offense. Really, I'm curious to see how we play defense against like the Cavs or the Raptors, because it's a different team. You throw in them bigs that can now pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? You throw in those bigs that are now you can get them in the high post, short corner, and they can really kind of get those bigs in foul trouble or bang it up with the big seal guys that can seal. You know what I'm saying? Or setting good picks, stuff like that.
Well, and the Cavs play better defense than the 76ers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit tougher for you guys to score. But I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I think they're going to step up to that moment. I mean, I don't think the Cavs have it in them to really win a championship, and I would rather not see them play in the finals because I don't think they can beat OKC.
Yeah, I don't think our defense is as good as like years in the past either, though. Like
It's
even
not.
last year,
It's not.
yeah.
No, it's definitely not. Like you guys were really good defensively, and I feel like this year you guys have kind of. But I think that's also you guys haven't had Jason Tatum either.
We had to like change the structure of how like our offense ran. I think guys, like you said, guys are getting tired. They're at bigger roles on offense because if he's taking 30 shots a game, you're distributing that between. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, no Jason Tatum that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, so like obviously your defensive ratings are going to go down a little bit without Jason Tatum on the court, but because I think Jason Tatum's a better defender than Jaylen Brown.
I do too.
So we got some news. I think it's fair to call it at this point. Timberwolves. It's 1.3 seconds left, and the Timberwolves are up 112-96. So yeah, I think it's fair to call that one.
Hey, what that boy Jaden say? Go at them. The bad defenders.
Hey,
go at them.
Hey, and I'll tell you this. That was a risky thing to say, but he said that though, and he was about it after.
Hey, he was. He had the hood on, talking to him like this, like he was the Sith.
Yeah, like he was angry. All you gotta do is go out.
He was like,
they ain't no good.
No, they won that game. The last game they had. Just a quick recap before we get into this game. They Joker and Murray had terrible games last game.
They had terrible games this game as well.
Everybody
had terrible games.
They were the only players last game that took over 10 shots. And they shot terribly. Joker went 7 for 26 and 5 for 17. Murray went 2 for 10 and 0 for 5 from field goal and 3-point. They 34%
about what it was tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're shooting terrible from the field, even though like last game. How many times they get to the line tonight? Because last game they got to the line 40 times and they were shooting terrible.
They went. It says 24 for 28, so 14 times.
Yeah, see. I think the Timberwolves kind of figured out how to guard them. Because I was telling you that first game they struggled with the rest and everything, how they was guarding them. They made those adjustments and like you said, like Jaden said, start going at them on offense. And then when
they're shutting everybody down.
Yeah, their
Aaron Gordon 4 for 11. Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic 8 for 22. Jamal Murray 10 for 25.
Gobert is stepping up. You know what I'm saying? McDaniels is holding true. He had a really efficient game last game. I'm sure he had a good game this game. I'm really like the Nuggets are gonna have to do something after this too.
Anthony Edwards had 5 points tonight.
They're doing this without Ant.
I don't know if he got hurt.
How many minutes?
Ayo had 43.
Who?
Ayo.
Oh,
Ayo, yeah. He had 43.
See, that's scary. The fact that they're doing this without Ant, because really,
and Nas Reed had 17. So their bench was better than their starters.
Ant hasn't even really been like super crazy dominant this series or anything. Coming off that injury, he doesn't really look the same.
Huge game for him.
But no, that's crazy. What do you think? What do you think that means for the Nuggets, man? I mean,
Nuggets are done. They're not coming back from 3-1.
But I'm saying, what does that mean for their team? Who's leaving? Who's not on the team?
I don't think it means anything. I think they had a bad series. It is what it is. Jokic hasn't played very good, right? He hasn't played very efficient ball. 8 for 22. That's not normal from him. And then 0 for 3 from 3. The Nuggets just haven't shot the 3 ball well. 1 for 5, 0 for 3, 3 for 7, 0 for 6, 0 for 2, 0 for 2.
Oh yeah, they couldn't hit nothing.
Yeah, they just had one of those nights. They lost. I think the last game they should have won that game.
I wish I could have watched the game.
They should have played better that last game. Them losing that last one, after he said what he said, I think it kind of made it to where like the whole team was like, all right, we got these guys, right? And I think that's one of the things with the Nuggets is like in the past, you might beat them, but you never really cooked them. And they've gotten cooked these last 2 games.
Yeah. Well,
and Jamal Murray's playing good and they're still losing, which I didn't think, I would have before this series started said if Jamal Murray had 30 points, the Nuggets win every game he has over 20. I think I did say that. And the Wolves have proved that to not be true.
The Wolves are scoring more points in the paint. They're winning the rebound battle. Like I said, the limiting second
Which
chance
is crazy.
opportunities. When you shooting those threes, when you play in a team that shoots threes, the number one thing, get the rebound. Yes, contest, but get the rebound because it's already a lower percentage shot than anything inside the arc, so you know they're gonna miss. If we can get those rebounds and limit, second chance opportunities, we're getting more possessions. Basketball is a game of matchups and possessions. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you got to play efficiently. Yes, you got to match up shots. But if you look at it, if we can get more possessions than them, and if we can, knock down shots, we're gonna win. It's a simple formula. Just going out there and executing against because your live bodies and everything. But I think Minnesota's done a really good job of, like Jaden said, playing defense and winning the rebound battle. When you get to the playoffs, you get to championship time, and you're thinking about championship, scoring is a lot. But the teams that make it to the end, they win rebound battles and they play defense. Simple and plain. You're not going to get to the finals without doing that. So
I think the biggest thing we've had this conversation before about the foreign players, and they for a couple years were shooting a lot of free throws, and I think that has changed this year a lot. Like Jokic only shooting 7 free throws. That's way less than what he's been shooting in the past few years.
Yeah.
Right. And then we've seen it a lot with a lot of the foreign players that are superstars, Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. For a couple of years, they were having their way at the line. And we see it kind of now with SGA, but it's still not as extreme as it was. And I think that's made a big difference in their game. It changes the pace of the game. It changes the way they play. They got to make more shots, right? Jokic was getting and one fouls from 3-point land.
He was getting 15 points from the line
every night. Yeah. So it's like they've kind of dialed back a little bit and they're letting guys play more defense. And, I'm not mad about it. I'm going to be honest. I think you should have to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to go in and play a better team and go to the line 40 times and win the game. That's not how playoff basketball should be. Yeah, in the regular season, we'll let you have that. But in a series, I don't think you should have it, And I think the Wolves are showing that they're the more physical team. They believe they're the better team, and it's showing in their play, right? They think they're the better team. It's that simple.
Well, it's scary because when Ant starts actually getting his groove back from after his injury and feeling more comfortable, it's because he's even on defense, and you can see it. He's starting to sweat more often and heavier because he's tired. That knee, that first game he came back, you can see him kind of grabbing it because it's tender. It's got to knock the dust off of it.
I'm gonna tell you this: they can't win. They can't win this next series with him scoring 5 points.
No.
Good luck.
I think he's coming for it. I think he's good. He's had a few games, where he's had 20. He's 20 above 20, but he needs a few games where he's got 30, 40. They need him to have a few of those games throughout the playoff for them to really win. So
they ain't beating I don't think they can beat the Spurs or the Trailblazers with him scoring 5 points. I think they'll wind up playing the Spurs though.
I don't know if their bench plays how they play. It could be cool. The Spurs, the only thing is Wemby. Without Wemby, even though they had a good game last night, they had a really good game last night. I mean, Harper and Castle came through, but that's rare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Games like that where they blow them out, and then these two guys both have 30 plus, just kind of like VJ and Tyrese. Like one of them might get 30 again, but for both of them, when they're not regularly the guy. So for me, that's where those two teams, it's gonna whoever the Blazers or the Spurs, whoever they play the next round, it's going to be hard for them because the consistent scorer aspect. You know what I mean? So, But, hey, man, a lot of good basketball. The Knicks won today.
Yeah, the Knicks, they had to win today.
Yeah, they had to win the game. It was a dominant fashion. That pick and roll was really working for them. They were moving the ball. Cat was playing very well.
I don't like how the Knicks are playing though.
They
I'm gonna
played
be
better
honest.
today. They played better today. I was watching it. It just seemed more like basketball than like the other ones. Like they were moving the ball, they were making the extra
What's good,
pass.
ODU?
It was good,
Ronnie
Slim.
James, future GOAT, says we're about to send KD to Cancun.
He's plot
I
twist. He's
think he
already
might
there.
already be out there, low key.
He's
Hey,
already there.
mentally, he's already there. He's already
Yeah.
thinking like, "Hey, I'm gonna be drinking this." He ain't worried
No,
about what's going on no more. KD's been checked out. Talking about he rolled his ankle,
he rolled right on over to Cancun.
rolled right on to Cancun. He better be careful before they send him to Shanghai.
Nah, for real.
Nah,
But
they ain't send.
you had an interesting question that I can't lie to you. I've been thinking about it the whole time we've been talking. You need 250,000 to play me.
1-on-1. Hey,
You need a quarter ticket to play.
hey. He said he needs a quarter ticket to play 1v1 because it don't make no sense for him to even play. He got nothing to prove. What do we think?
Bro,
I think he has a point, honestly. I think you can only lose as an NBA player playing people 1-on-1.
well, this is the thing, bro. Like, one-on-one is not. This is why NBA players be saying this. It's for one, of course, they think that they have the confidence. They think they're gonna win, but one-on-one is one of those things where
They are
like
gonna win.
they are
I
gonna
don't
win.
think
But
I've ever seen a regular person beat an NBA player.
no, but listen.
I've never seen an NBA player try against a regular
But a
person.
lot of these guys that are former NBA players, like IT, they'll win. But on the chance that they lose, I'm not saying it's understandable, but it's one on one. You know what I mean? Like if you play 20 times, anybody could get lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Anybody could get lucky. If you beat me, you know how much that boosts you? If I
yeah,
beat you, oh, he's an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not just like, oh, you got to pay me 250,000 because I'm that much better than you. It's like you're wanting to play me to boost yourself. What do I get out of it? I got paid to play this sport, and you just want me to just. I don't know you. You're not the high school kids I train. Like, cause they
nah,
play with their homies. Like, I don't
nah.
see you on a day-to-day basis. You're picking me out of a lineup. You're picking guys that did a little bit of something to try and prove something that you street ballers have been trying to prove since the and one days. It's like we could play with the best of them. You know what
But
I
we
mean?
have seen some guys go out and play with regular folks. We saw Kobe do it.
Yeah.
If Kobe wasn't too good to do it, then nobody is.
But this is the difference from that and the one-on-one scene. When Kobe went and did it, it was 5-on-5 basketball. The second thing is Kobe and all these other guys, they were still in the NBA. These guys are picking guys that are removed. Still in shape, still could beat them, but they're
That's
not gonna
fair.
go. They're not gonna go and be like, and of
That's
course, because the
fair.
NBA player's in contract, he's not gonna play you 1-on-one. So it's like it still will never really bridge the gap because even if an NBA player loses, just another NBA because like they beat Rain or what's his name Ty Lawson lost or whatever or
Yeah.
and they were like, he's been out the league for however long, and he's not in. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like they're slowly working their way up to players that have been out for less time. I mean, Beasley's playing, and it's sloppy too. Like these NBA players are watching them, and these guys are fouling, they're hacking, guys are on the court. Like it's just
I mean, it's
not.
a fair argument. I think they should do it just off the strength. Like, why not?
I think they should start some like retired NBA ones first, and then do like a matchup, do a draw card, like
Well, that's what's Ice Cube's league called?
oh the big three.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, you know how they do like a they be having the what you call it the like like how they have fight cards. They have the cards for the one-on-one, and they'll have like 3 games, and it's all these YouTubers. They should do like they should do that where it's NBA players playing for the slot to play these fools, and then have them playing over here, and then take the winners of each division, and then have the NBA and then the YouTubers and have 3 games and have it be like uh somebody who's retired from the NBA that's 40, the same age as this dude, or somebody who's only been out 10 years, or somebody who just recently retired against somebody who just got out of college or just came from playing overseas. Because
That
that's
would
the
make
other thing.
sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you're getting guys that are, even though they're in the NBA, you're matching guys up with what the talent and the experience level is. Because there's guys that played in the NBA that have been overseas for 5 years. You could go get that guy and get a guy who plays overseas and is YouTube. That's a lot closer than going
Yeah.
and getting a freaking. You're not about to tell Austin Reeves come play me. You're not about to tell SGA or even a Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels ain't coming to play you. You know what I'm saying? And
Nah.
and the only way you're gonna get the respect is if active NBA players come and play you and you beat them. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but
I
I think there's an aspect to like they can make it work if they did give people something that made it worth it. Like I think if they gave them a bonus or something like that, like there should be something for
like
players
I,
to be
like
able to
like
play guys.
I'll pay you 250,000 or I'll pay you 100,000. But if I
I don't think it
win,
should be 250,000.
well, I'm just using that because that's the number he said. But let's say that's what he said. I get 50% of it back if I win, or I get it back if I win. Like I'll pay you to play you, but if I win, I get my money back. Because
Two
they're
hundred and
saying
fifty thousand is a crazy amount of money for one-on-one game.
but IT is just saying that, and I feel like it's a little bit extra. He's always been on the. He's very competitive, but I think that's way too much. None of these guys really got 250,000. I think that's more of a flex on the fact that like NBA players got a bag and they got like they're doing things like doing reporting. It's like they're throwing around these big numbers because none of these YouTubers is gonna put up 250,000. These guys are playing for like $5,000 10K pots. You know what I'm saying? So it's like none of these pots have and YouTube have even reached 100K. You know?
Yeah, that's that, and I don't know if IT can demand that kind of money.
No, 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 no. Maybe if it was like the year after, like if he wouldn't have got hurt and say he had retired and it was like a year or two after he had retired, I would. That's what I'm saying. Like those type of players who like, oh, you was just an all-star 2 years ago, but you retired, or you.
Bro thinks real highly of himself. I'll tell you that. He thinks real highly of himself.
All NBA players think that way when it comes to people that didn't make it to the NBA. It doesn't
Which
matter
I
if they're.
understand.
It doesn't matter if they're starters. It doesn't matter if they're bench players. It doesn't matter. Like I've been around enough of them to where, and some of them, it's not even an arrogance thing. Like they just, it's a certain confidence level when you get through that door because they also see how many guys that are just like these YouTubers who played in college, who played overseas, that came and didn't make it. So to them, it's like disrespectful because it's like you were trying to do the same thing. You can't sit here and tell me that you're playing basketball on YouTube and you never tried to get to the league. You played overseas, but
Yeah,
you never tried to get to the league, and then you go and disrespect us by just saying, "Oh, we could beat you guys."
I seen that. This is off topic, but I seen the thing with Michael Beasley and Shannon Sharp. And he was saying that when they played back in the day in high school, it was KD too, I guess, and that Lethal Shooter used to play with him.
Yeah,
And he was like, yeah, he used to really pull those shots like that. And so now it makes sense that he's training people. But he was like, if it was today's league, bro would be in the NBA. But he was like, back then you couldn't just pull up threes from that
facts,
distance. He's like, they were taking him off the court, talking about you can't shoot like that.
facts.
Excuse me, even if he was making it. So I was dying when I saw that. I was like, because I thought bro was just like a YouTube dude. I didn't realize he like, you know what I'm saying? He was actually a hooper.
The other reason why he's saying 250K, I think, is because we're on YouTube. We're not
Yeah,
monetized or nothing, but people make videos and they get paid off views. Something that's gonna like something like that. Like they haven't played a player that's like IT.
yeah.
That has the
No,
accolades that he has. So if you pull that, whatever channel, whatever group it is, they're gonna make money off that, off
people don't
dropping it.
realize how good professional athletes are at what they do,
Oh yeah, no.
especially basketball players.
Well, a lot of these YouTubers too, they play in open gyms in their own cities with the pros that come back home. So when they
Yeah.
get in these 5-on-5s and I had 7 of the 11, they get to thinking like, oh, I'm playing pickup with these guys. I can bang with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a confidence thing, I guess. But we'll see. I'm waiting to see the first one. That's a crazy number. A crazy number. And I think there might be somebody out there that could beat IT. After that injury, I don't think he's the same like of what he, but I don't know. He may still be playing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, I think the biggest thing with IT is his height. Because there's players that are gonna, be a foot taller than him.
Yeah.
And they might not necessarily be better, but there's players with that speed. Because IT wasn't an elite speed guy. Like I think people can definitely beat IT one-on-one.
Yeah.
Now you start getting to talk about beating KD one-on-one, or even like Kyrie. Like I don't know if anybody can beat Kyrie one-on-one.
I don't know. It depends on the matchup and how they're playing. You know, if you're playing make it take it, there might be somebody. If you're playing only 3 dribble,
Yeah, I'm talking 3 dribble, real NBA. Like if you play NBA guys, you got to play 3 dribble.
yeah,
Because if they can just dribble all day, you're not winning.
you're not winning. Yeah.
You have no chance if it's anything.
That's what they play in the next chapter. They play 4 dribbles. The people that are trying to get all these
Yeah,
guys out. Yeah. But
yeah. 4 dribble is a lot.
we'll see if they do one. We might have to live stream it and see what it do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what's going on. I don't know how that'll work. I mean, some of these guys be
Yeah.
acting funny with content, but that would be nice. That would be nice. Hopefully, we can start getting some of those guys on at some point.
Oh yeah, that'd be lit. Maybe get a one-on-one scene out here. Get some guys because we got a lot of players from out here. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But yeah, man.
but yeah.
All
We're about
right.
an hour in. Our hour's up. Appreciate y'all. Anybody in
Appreciate
here,
y'all,
man?
man.
We appreciate
Like,
the love, man.
subscribe,
Hit the
comment, share, send to your friend, your mama, your auntie, your grandma.
hey, send it somewhere, man. We need the views, man. We appreciate y'all for coming in, though. We're gonna see y'all next time. Peace.